What's going on, everybody? I have a few interesting things that you can perform and witness within the ever-popular Minecraft, and so we're going to jump right into it. The first one is going to be a huge and obvious reference to the also popular game Portal. So what you're going to want to do is gather the ingredients to bake a cake. You're going to want to lay out the sugar like this on the middle row with an egg in the middle, 3 things of wheat on the bottom row, and then finally 3 buckets of milk on the top row. Now if this is your first time baking a cake, you'll get this achievement right here called the lie. Now the lie is a very, very popular pop culture reference from the video game Portal, as you can see here. Alright, for this one I'm going to show you a pretty interesting trick you can do in the Nether. So first thing you're going to want to do obviously is build your portal to the Nether and load in. When you're here, acquire a bed. This can actually be very helpful if you're farming for the netherrack blocks and you have more beds than you do TNT for some reason. Lay a bed down and try and sleep in it and watch. For some reason, since there's no day and night time in the Nether, instead of it just saying, oh, you can't sleep down here, they turn into bombs. I don't know why. For this, I'm going to show you how to make 2 creatures that aren't listed in the game on their normal spawners. So for the first one, you're going to want to build a stack of iron blocks like so, and then using a pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern. As you can see, I made this one too tall. And like I said, you can use a lit jack-o'-lantern or a naturally found pumpkin. You're just going to want to do 2 up and then 1 on each side to make sort of a short T shape, and then simply put either a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern on top, and you will create what's called an iron golem. This is an enemy that is not listed in the enemy spawners, at least not now. Also, in the same aspect, you can put 2 blocks of snow in a pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern to create a snowman. This enemy as well, as far as I know, is only existing when created by the player and is not naturally occurring. However, they are extremely unresilient and will die in the sunlight. Alright, the last one's kind of creepy. So what you're going to want to do is dig your way down to the bedrock. This is most easily performed if you're on creative mode. So when you get down to the bedrock, what you're going to want to do is engage your flight mode so that you don't free fall when you break the bedrock from beneath you. And what you're going to find is a black hole of nothingness. So for dramatic effect, I break away some of the blocks here, and here's a good test right here. Naturally occurring lava stops flowing at the point of, I guess we'll just dub this nothingness. I guess that's what this is. Light really doesn't affect it at all, as you can see. I'm also going to lay down some water here, and all things that flow naturally like lava and water both stop in their tracks as soon as they reach this point and do not continue to flow. Spawning enemies, they simply drop down into nothingness, presumably to their death. As you can see here, I'm going to spawn some skeletons, and they all just go down, except this guy. He got lucky because he fell in the water. Finally, we can also travel down into the darkness, and you'll notice a bunch of gray particles just floating around. It's actually pretty weird and creepy, and so we can travel down for quite a long time. The interesting thing is, when you're in creative mode, you're supposed to be invincible, but if you get too far, you'll start taking hits of damage here, and if you fly upwards, they'll stop, but once you get to a certain point, you're just going to die from it. And it's weird because it still shows your arm as if you're alive, and it'll say, so-and-so fell into the world. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this short little compilation of interesting things you can perform in Minecraft. And I'll see you here next time when I upload another creepy or glitch-related video.